Real Glow, Real Talk. Today, we're going to be talking about one of our favorite shows when we were in college, and that's called A Different World. Now, in A Different World, we always wondered if these members that rock these Greek letters were really in our fraternities or sororities. The first time that it's mentioned is when Whitley mentioned the fraternities in season one. You have a Phi Beta Sigma to your left. You have a member of Kappa Alpha Psi to your right of Dwayne. Now pay attention to the faces. Behind Dwayne, you see a lady wearing Delta Sigma Theta. Behind Colonel Taylor, there's a on the side of him, there's Phi Beta Sigma. Behind him, there's a member of Omega, an AKA, and a Kappa. So like I said, pay close attention to the faces because this is what it's going to get real. Okay, so just notice the faces and kind of remember the faces. Yeah, back in the day, most of us were trying to graduate, so we really didn't pay any attention to the actual faces. And sometimes I think some of us, we would realize this, hey, this chick had on last week, and now on this week's episode, she's So I don't think it really happened with fraternities too much, but it did happen with the sorority. So here in the scene, you see the same Kappa, the same Omega, the lady of AKA sitting behind or dressed in AKA behind Fred. It's Reverend Jesse Jackson. He plays Omega Psi Phi fraternity at North Carolina A&T. Because of him, I am some. Now, in season 2, you had the made-up fraternity called Kappa Lambda Nu. These little fellas popped up in season 2 again, and now you have Ron. Behind him, there's the member of Omega Psi Phi with a lady of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Pay close attention to the faces. Now you have the guys messing around with Dwayne because he was running for homecoming. You have the two Omegas in the pit behind Dwayne. Here you have a young lady of Zeta Phi Beta, where she's rocking the letters. They founded at Howard in 1920. You have the same Kappa that's usually a Kappa in most of the episodes during season 2. This is the party where they were paying respects to Ray Nay's ribs, going out of business. Now the Kappa, he's getting his smack on in the back like they always do because they're pretty. So now you have Walter coming in and disturbing the party because he knew they had illegal substances. Here are the brothers, the Kappa Alpha Psi. You have a Phi Beta Sigma to your left, the Sigma Gamma Rho, who is hooked up with two nukes. Now you have Kappa Lambda Nu. They are pledging, which is not done anymore. So they're fake Kappa Lambda Who. Now Daryl Bell in the front, he is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha. He played spring 1982 at Delta Zeta chapter at Syracuse University. Now, this young lady, she's the Delta today. You have an AKA back in the back. You have a Sigma Gamma Rho behind her. You also have a Sigma Gamma Rho in the wrong colors, gold and white. That would be blue and gold behind Whitney. Now, Mr. Gaines has a Phi Beta Sigma sitting behind him, but you really can't see his face. There's the KA side again. So you have your AKA. Make sure you see the faces. Beside her, there's a Phi Beta Sigma, and you have an Omega. Now, the young lady behind Whitley, she's wearing AKA. While Walter's acting crazy. Any alphas know this fella because he looks gooder than a mug. That's if he is an alpha. Now, we're constantly going. We're seeing different faces. So now you see another AKA. And this little fella, he was the Phi Beta Sigma in one episode. So check out the faces of the Perps. Face. Ugh, I don't know what to do. Now you have another Kappa in the back behind Mr. Gaines and the Colonel. You have a KA side that's just walking through the female dorm unaccompanied. Now, check out the young lady that's in DST. Pay close attention. You have to watch quick. May have to rewind it. Now, this young lady, she's the Sigma Gamma Rho today. You know, she's looking at the baby, Then you have Heavy D, may he rest in peace, my favorite overweight lover. So he has an alpha right behind him. So you have a Phi Beta Sigma now. You have the Kappa Lambda Nu running after him. Now you have another Kappa behind the great Richard Roundtree. You have an Omega that's studying. They always study. They're really bookworms, but they want to cut up bad, because I love kids, Now, you have this lady. She was a Sigma Gamma Rho in an earlier episode. So, Sigma Gamma Rho today, and yesterday. And this young lady in the back, is she last graded or first grade? So, I don't know what they do. Now, this is a member of Omega Psi Phi in the back. You have an Alpha, a Phi Beta Sigma, and you can't see their faces. So you have a member of Kappa Alpha Psi in the pit. Now you have an Alpha walking through the dorm. Now you have an AKA that's in the dorm. She dropped the Perps, so they could have really cut that out, Now you have a lady that's Zeta Phi Beta. Pay attention to the face, because it's going to go quickly. Now, is this indie love or indie toleration? And I've never seen a KA side of brothers, now, wow, I said now, why is this Delta in a green hat? Why? Keep watching because it goes fast. That's all I can tell you. Now you have a Sigma Gamma Rho, so we're gonna see what she is again. Now she was Sigma Gamma Rho last week, and now then in the other episodes she was an AKA. So you have members of A5A, DST, and oh Lord, I can't remember what it was. Whatever it was, I probably named all of them anyway because I talk so fast. Now, help these folks. Now, the lady that's in the back, she's an AKA today. So don't blink. You don't want to miss out. Edie in the pit. Freddie's talking to her cousin. Now, this little fella here, he's an A5A today. They have too much going on right here. So you have a Sigma Gamma Rho. Here, same one in an earlier episode when she was hooked up with Kappas outside of the pit. They have a lady of Delta Sigma Theta. Now I got to be like the late great Paul Mooney when he talks about Popeye's chicken, the lady, where she come from. Little fella in the back, he was a Phi Beta Sigma in another episode. Now you have the young lady that was the AKA earlier. She's rocking GST. Now, I may have to pull out receipts one more time. So I want you to look really, really close. Because normally, she would be rocking AKA. Now, I knew she was in another Grade 8 organization. So now she was rocking Sigma Gamma Rho in a dorm episode earlier. So somebody tell me I'm not going nuts. Now, this is Ron. He's all hugged up with Miss Sigma Gamma Rho. I mean, it's slobbered and gross. But anyway, now she's gone on about her business because Dwayne has evidently cut in and messed up their thing. But Ron, he's digging that pretty poodle or whoever she may be. Now Miss AKA today, she was a member of Delta in her earlier episode with the same bang. So that tells all. So she's usually in ROTC garb. So this young lady, she's in Delta today. Now you have an AKA Delta and a Phi Beta Sigma in the pit at this episode. So we'll see what they'll be next week. So that's the little fellow they just had on the Kappa Alpha Psi shirt. Now this young lady, she has on Z5B today. So we'll see what she'll be in the next upcoming episode. Sorry. They have an A5A there. And then you have Blair Underwood. He is an honorary member of Phi Beta Sigma. So you see a lot of members, real members of fraternity. Now, is this girl a Sigma Gamma Rho or she a Z5B? She's just walking down Greek Road. Now, this child is an AKA again on another episode. Now, this Sigma Gamma Rho, she's a Delta now. Now, y'all tell me I ain't going crazy now, because I believe I'm going crazy. Now, you have your AKA and Phi Beta Sigma, so we'll see what they'll be in next week's episode. So, the Zeta is now a Sigma Gamma Rho today. So, this is another episode. So, now you have this lady. Now, Ron, he loves this Sigma Gamma Rho, or whoever she may be. Now, this is the Zeta in the episode when the women weren't talking to the men. And sometimes you can't blame. God bless him. Now, Daryl Bell is sitting behind an A5A, which is his actual fraternity. Now, the Sigma Gamma Rho and the Omega, they're always studying. So, we'll see what they'll be next week. Now, this Sigma Gamma Rho, she was a different Sister Greek in a different episode. Just laughing. I think it's funny too, baby. Now, you have Vanessa Bell not Armstrong. Oh my God. Vanessa Bell Calloway. And she is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. She pledged at Ohio University way back in the day. Now, you have Tisha Campbell. She is an honorary AKA as well. And she's talking to Ron, and he is an Alpha Phi Alpha. Tisha Campbell, we love you, girl. You go, girl. Okay, so you see the various Greeks in the back. Now, this girl's been a Zeta, a Sigma Gamma Rho, an AKA, and a Delta. I just don't know what to do. Now, you have these crazy people pledging, which they don't do anymore. We're all non-hazing organizations. Now, you have the Ivies in the back. So, the girl that was Sigma Gamma Rho, Delta Sigma Theta, and Zeta Phi Beta, now she's an Ivy, online for AKA. So I don't know what to tell you. I knew I wasn't going crazy a long time ago, but I just want y'all to know. I know that's right, baby. That's what we used to say. Now, this girl is a Sigma Gamma Rho this week, back in the back. Now, you have Jada Pinkett, now Smith. She's an honorary AKA. So, I hope you all have enjoyed walking down Greek Road like these other individuals that have been rocking other t-shirts during this different world. So maybe if you get a chance and you're catching it on HBO Max and other channels, I know it's running on some regular channel, I hope you all can check it out and see it for yourself in live action. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace in.
That shit turns me on. That shit turns me on, yeah, yeah.